Shalom. Nishamak, want to start off by giving all honor, praise, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash. Once again, Nishamak, with the GMS Cleveland branch, giving double honor to the elder apostles, great millstone, who rule well and teach well, even unto this day. Kazak Shalom to you, brothers. This is for these few sisters who might be tuning in, listening, and learning. And just getting right into it, new series called the Word of the Day. The word that we're going to be going into is going to be called standard. I mean the word standard, which when you get it in the etymon, it says flag or other conspicuous object to serve as a rallying point for a military force. Right, and when you think about it, this word makes me think upon how you know the scriptures say because really we are militant men. Really we are soldiers under Yahweh Shah. Because you of course we don't bear a sword, as far as going about our ministry, it's the way of bearing sword, but really we are militant as far as you know our level of patience and suffering towards the Heavenly Father, which that's in the scriptures when you go to I think that's First and Second Timothy, where it says endure hardness like a good soldier, which I can get that real quick, but the word is standard. This book of 2 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 3. Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahushua. Right, so we soldiers of Yahushua. We know the fight that the Lord had fought, when he was in ancient, he had to sacrifice his own life, which was, that was like, that's the battle that the brother had to go through, dealing with his people, not hearkening unto the word, dealing with, at the same time, dealing with the current captivity that he was in, the oppression that the kings of Rome, had the nation of Israel in at the time. So it's the same thing today. We at war right now. We at war. It's a war on words. It's definitely a war on words. It's a war on information, and then we have a physical war coming pretty soon. Where we're gonna be persecuted, and you're gonna have troops going head to head with the troops of the other nations and countries. But going back to that word standard, it says flag or other conspicuous object to serve as a rallying point for a military force. And this is the rallying point, This doctrine is the rallying point, for the military get together, if you will. This doctrine is what's pulling all of the soldiers in to come to this, side of the team. This doctrine is what's pulling all the soldiers in, the soldiers for Yahushua, like we just read 2 Timothy. The soldiers that's for Yahushua, that's willing to fight this battle. This is what's this doctrine is the rallying point to that military force. You see, it says from shorten. Let me see. It says military standard banner. I want to get this word conspicuous in the etymology real quick too, so brothers can understand. Conspicuous. It says open to view, catching the eye. From Latin conspicuous, visible, open to view. Hey, and that's the spirit, because I was meditating on how, really, us walking in the faith catches the eye because that's not a normal thing in this world, in this current eon that we living in. As far as like when you do the ratio of the all the people that's on the earth, it's not a common thing for a man to have faith. It's not a common thing for an Israelite man to have faith. This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 8 and verse 1. That's very rare. It's rare for an Israelite man to have faith because we know what the scriptures say in the book of Zephaniah, chapter 13 and verse 8, the portion that's actually going to, trust and actually fear the Lord. This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 8 and verse 1. Who is as the wise man, and who knoweth the interpretation of a thing? A man's wisdom maketh his face to shine, right? And the boldness of his face shall be changed, right? Because, this truth, this doctrine give us a level of integrity that is very noticeable. This doctrine gives under the seven, under Yahushua, the seven, and the elder apostles and the elders, and the brothers under those, and the new brothers coming up. This doctrine gives us, a certain type of way of light that's very recognizable, and it's not because it's rare. It's not common, It says open to view, catching the eye, right? People might see you. For example, you might have coworkers, and it's a certain way that we carry ourselves because we try to we apply this doctrine. We apply this knowledge that's given to us from the elder apostles, Great Millstone, from the the other brothers and elders who teach this and knowledge and truth and sincerity. And when we apply these things, these different breakdowns and things like that, it puts a certain spirit of light and fire on us, man. And it's very noticeable because it's true. It says open view, catching the eye, from Latin's conspicuous, visible. It says attracting attention, striking, from consecure, to look at, observe, see, notice. See? It says from assimilated. It says it says look at, observe. Yeah, that's pretty much it on that. Let's go back to the standard. It says flag or other conspicuous object to serve as a rallying point for a military force. And the ultimate conspicuous object is once again the doctrine, because the doctrine is is holy. This doctrine is holy, right? The doctrine is holy, It's which the word holy means separate. So that's our standard. And Yahweh Shai, it says military standard banner. We're gonna get this word for banner. It's an etymology for banner. Piece of cloth attached to the upper end of the pole or staff. Right, so those poles that you use with the flag, that you stick into the ground as a sign of conquering a certain part of land or etc. That's the banner, which, each one of us lift up this banner as a sign of fearing Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You see? It says flag, banner, standard. It's like during war you lift up a white flag to surrender. You might lift up the red flag for whatever purpose, or the green flag for whatever purpose. Well, this is the flag that we lift up as a sign that we fear Yahweh Shem Yahushua. This is the banner. All right, that's it on that. We're gonna get Isaiah chapter 59 verse 19, and we're gonna get the word standard in the blue letter. It says, "So shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and His glory from the rising of the sun." It says, "When an enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord Yahweh shall lift up a standard against him." Right, because this is gonna be a standard. Hey, well, I remember one of the brothers had did a lesson. This ain't 70 AD, bitch. When you Romans come down like you did in 70 AD, it's gonna be a whole different ball game as far as the Lord's servants go, because the Lord is gonna lift up a standard, going into like spiritual powers, which we gonna get the word standard in this specific verse. Because our standard really is that is this faith going into the scripture, how the scripture talk about cornerstone, unmovable cornerstone. That's our standard, an unmovable stone, which no man can move that stone. No man can move that stone, man. Not even Esau. In all his glory and power on the earth. Verse 19. This is the book of Isaiah chapter 59, verse 19, the blue letter for the word standard.
Strong's H 5127.
Noose. It says to flee, escape. Right. To flee, to escape. Right, because once again, hey, these are warfare words, right? These are warfare words because we're dealing with the word standard, which which the Lord is going to give us in this war that we fighting against. We fighting this war. Once again, it's a war. It's a war on words. It's a war on information, and then it's a physical war. To a certain extent, going into how Esau is physically going to persecute us. It says to flee, escape, to flee, to escape, to take flight, depart, disappear. To fly, that sounds like spiritual powers, right? To disappear. No regular or normal man can just disappear, right? To fly, to attack on horseback, all right? So, which, remember, brother, going into how we going to have the powers of the animals, because animals, they have different strengths, which are, symbolic for power. You got animals that can, move as fast as that have body parts that can move faster than bullets. Animals that got strength in like different areas of the body that normal humans don't have strength. Like that's why it says to take. That's why it says to fly, to attack on horseback. That's how certain brothers gonna be with spiritual powers, because when you think of a horse, it's that animal is symbolic for speed and transportation. So in ancient times, you had those Roman fight ceremonies where you would have two men compete on the back of a horse with a spear, and you would see which man would be able to attack the other man off of his horse. Well, that's how that's symbolic for spiritual power, because we know it's not really common for us to run just be on the back of a horse with a spear, but it's still symbolic because the spiritual power aspect is that, because like the scriptures say, thou shalt run as sparks among the stubble. That's in the scriptures. The scriptures talk about that, where it say thou shalt run as sparks among the stubble, roughly paraphrasing. So and that's symbolic for like speed. That's symbolic for speed. You look at Flash. He'll run on the water, and then it be sparks among the water because he like enormous spikes from his trailblazing. That's some that shows that the element is like a sign of the elements that he's moving extremely abnormally fast. Well, you might be able to run extremely and abnormally fast and then attack. That's like a killing blow. That's the type of standard that we looking forward to, as times progress. It says to drive at. Yeah, yeah. You know, brothers ever watched the like those anime shows like Naruto, where they just they speed boost towards an enemy to attack them. You know, it says to drive at. You see, it says to take flight. It says right to take flight. Hey, that's right. Mount up with wings and fly as eagles. Right, brothers gonna actually be able to. This is the standard that we looking forward to. It says to put to flight, right? One shall put 1,000 to flight. Paraphrasing. You know, this is all written in the scriptures, but don't nobody believe in these spiritual powers. Don't nobody believe in this standard, man, which is faith. It says to drive hastily. Yeah. It says to cause to disappear or hide. Right. So these are all the spiritual powers and elements that we have to looking forward to in the times progressing. This is the standard, and I'm gonna get this precept and close out. I wanted to, I had mentioned the point. I want to get it. Let me see. It's not it. Oh. That one fire. That one fire. I was looking for. See, the spirit kind of switch. I might have to get this one because that's just fire. We can get it. Really, we can get it in all three. The New International Version and the KJV. I'm reading KJV first. The book of Psalms, chapter 144 and verse 1. Blessed be the Lord, my strength, which teacheth my hands to war and my fingers to fight. Yeah, because once again, this is a military. It's likened unto a military because we have to fight. Look what the scriptures say: fight the good fight of faith. You know, we put forth our works. To do the Lord's will. You know, and this is the New International Version, Psalms 144 verse 1. Praise be to the Lord, my rock, who trains my hands for war, my fingers for battle. And then it's the first one, Psalms 144, the Living Bible, verse 1. Bless the Lord, Yahweh Shah, who is my immovable rock. Right. It says he gives me strength and skill in battle. Right. And damn, I gotta get this etymology for skill real quick. I'll call it Yahweh Shah. 1244. Says power of discernment, distinction, ability to make out, discernment, adjustment. Let me see, to separate, discern, understand. Right, reason. It's not really giving me what I thought it was gonna give me. Let me see. Bless the Lord, who is my immovable rock. He gives me strength and skill. Oh, yeah. I mean, let me see. Hey, yeah, it says when you go into this word skill, it says ability to make out. It says discernment. Hold on, and yeah, it says discern, understand. Yeah, hey, it says bless the Lord, who is my immovable rock. He gives me strength and skill in battle. Right, so the Lord is gonna give us discernment and understanding in battle. The Lord's gonna give us manipulation of the elements, man. You know, He gonna give us the understanding of the elements in a time of trouble, man. You know, to where brothers will be able to disappear. You know, brothers will be able to endure pain without no form of sense in it or feeling it. You know, he might make give you the understanding of the elements to where you turn invisible. These are all. Hey, the Lord had this understanding in ancient Rome. He had this understanding. Why you think the Lord was doing so much? Why you think Yahushua was doing so much miracles? Because the Lord was giving him the understanding of the manipulation of the elements. Because guess what? He created the elements. You know, but that's another topic. It says he gives me strength and skill in battle. Right. So yeah, man. You know, just a quick one going into that word standard. Lord's willing, I do a part 2 going into maybe not a part 2, but Lord's willing, because I have mentioned, you know, the rock, the unmovable rock. So Lord willing, that's the next lesson. But anyway, Lord Yabashim Shah, forgive me to do this lesson. Call Allah Yabashim Shah, the one to the elder apostles of Great Millstone. Until next time, this is Shamak with the Cleveland GMS branch. And I want to say Shalom Abba Abba.